I was on a flight to Japan, and as excited as I was for the trip, I was slightly anxious as I heard from another crew member that the hotel we were going to stay at for this trip is rumored to be haunted. As we got off the flight and headed for the bus to our hotel, I was relieved and happy that I could finally get some rest. I woke up way too early to get ready for this flight, and my legs were achy and sore from serving passengers in the full flight. Most of the crew members were tired, so the bus ride was quiet and some of us had a short nap en route to the hotel. As I drifted in and out of light sleep, I could hear whispered conversations of the two crew members behind me, making plans to bunk together for the night. I didn't think much of it, as I figured they were probably just friends who wanted to stay in the same room to hang out. It wasn't long before we finally arrived at the hotel, and we quickly checked in. On my way to my hotel room, as I dragged my trolley bag behind me, I started to feel uneasy, like a sense of foreboding. When I got to my room, I quickly knocked on the door 3 times out of habit and let myself in with the key card. Everything looked fine and nothing was out of the ordinary, and yet I felt uneasy. I shook my head and tried hard to ignore the strange, unsettling feeling in my gut. "Don't be ridiculous. You're just overthinking," I chided myself. On a whim, I opened the bedside drawers to look for a Bible, but oddly enough, there wasn't one. I proceeded to open up the curtains to let as much natural light into the room as I could, although somehow the room remained dim and somewhat dingy. I turned on the TV and adjusted the volume higher to fill the eerie silence in the room. The white noise and animated chatter of a news channel in the background made me feel better. I unpacked my essentials and went to the bathroom to wash up and remove my makeup. When I was washing my face and had my eyes closed, I felt a cold finger softly brush the nape of my neck, and I gasped out loud in shock. I quickly rinsed the foam off my face and looked in the mirror, fully expecting to see someone standing behind me. There was no one. My heart was pounding, and I quickly grabbed my phone to text a crewmate. They were headed out for dinner, and I decided to join them as I eagerly wanted to get out of the hotel. We went for dinner, and I debated on whether to tell the other crew members about my creepy encounter earlier in the hotel bathroom, but decided not to spook the rest of them. We had some good food and a few drinks, and I felt a lot more relaxed. Several hours passed quickly, and I soon forgot about the incident earlier. When I returned to the hotel room later that night, I decided to take a quick shower and head to bed as I was really exhausted by then. I kept one of the lights on as I did not want to sleep in total darkness. When I laid down in bed and started drifting off to sleep, I started to hear faint humming coming from the bathroom. I froze. I thought I might be imagining things at first, or perhaps it was music from the room next door. But the melodic humming slowly got louder and more intense. There was definitely someone in the bathroom. I felt a sharp, cold tingle down my spine. Instinctively, I grabbed my phone and slowly crept towards the bathroom. I could hear the humming very clearly now. Is that an intruder in my bathroom? Could it be housekeeping? What the hell? Why would housekeeping clean my bathroom past midnight? All kinds of thoughts ran through my head in those few seconds. Suddenly, the humming stopped. I caught my breath and stopped breathing. As if on cue, this figure clad in a kimono and with full white geisha makeup looked out of the bathroom directly at me with dark eyes and asked softly, "Watashi no yuta ga karaidesu ka?" which translates to "You don't like my singing." I was too stunned to scream, and I sprinted out of the room as fast as I could. As I was leaving the room, I could hear her soft laughter fading in the background. Turns out, the more experienced crew members who have been flying for a while always bunk in together whenever they come to this hotel so they don't sleep alone, because it's notoriously haunted. Later on, as I googled the hotel name, I found the background story. There was a gruesome incident in 1999 when members of a cult put up at room 1272 in this hotel. For months, they hated the room and had plainly refused housekeeping services and the management's subsequent requests for them to vacate the premises. When police were finally called in, they found a rotting corpse. It was a geisha whom the cult had hired for the night, and she was dead for an estimated 4 months. By the time she was found, her body had become mummified. Nobody knows the cause of death or why she was murdered in that hotel room. I was staying in room 1272,